What's the story, Morning Glory? What's the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of Seeking Sister Wife Season 4, Episode 8. Let's talk about the Merrifield family, Garrick and Danielle. So they video called Berta because it seems like the process of her coming to the United States has come to some sort of a standstill or some sort of a pause. So Roberta tells them that she needs to, or she got an email from immigration that they need more documentation. So she's going to forward the email to Garrick and Danielle for them to see exactly what immigration said. Now, Roberta has 1 month to pick up her visa and I guess her passport and to get on a plane and get to the United States. But I get the feeling that Roberta is kind of dragging her feet. Like she's not as pumped up about this move as they are. And so, because they're like on pins and needles, they're like worried about, okay, is she going to get her stuff on time? She only has a certain amount of time to get things done. The lawyers putting a lot of pressure on them, and so they in turn have to put a lot of pressure on her. And it seems like Roberta's just lollygagging around. I don't know if she's dragging her feet because she doesn't really want to leave her mother, or if she's dragging her feet because she just doesn't understand, the time crunch that they're in, or what the hell's going on with Roberta. So while they're talking to her, Garrick does what Garrick always does when he talks to Roberta. He starts crying, and which in turn makes Danielle cry. And so they're like a sobbing mess because they're so eager for her to come to the United States. And I think Garrick even mentioned something to Roberta about having babies like right away. And Danielle seemed a little bit taken aback by this. Danielle, sweetheart, you need to get on the same page with Garrick as far as this whole thing about having babies. You need to get on the same page with him. Are you looking forward to having children right? Are you looking forward to Garrick and Roberta having children right away? Would you rather wait? Like, you need to get on the same page with that. So later on, Garrick and Danielle meet up with Danielle's brother and her sister-in-law, and their names are Sam and Samantha. And Samantha is the one that has like the most doubt about this whole situation with Garrick and Danielle, including Roberta, into their marriage. So Samantha wonders if Garrick is doing this, if what's driving Garrick to add another wife, is it based on lust? He just wants another woman to include, to sleep with. And if Danielle is just going along with this because she just really wants to make Garrick happy. Now, when I look at the dynamic between Garrick and Danielle, I don't see like an obvious controlling issue where it's like Garrick wants to have another female and he's like pushing her to do this. And you can kind of tell that she doesn't want to do that. It's not blatant. It's not overt. If it's going on, if that's what the situation is, it's very, very subtle. I think that it could be possible that Danielle may not be like 1,000% on board with this polygamous lifestyle, but she doesn't show it. She does a really good job in hiding it if that's the case, because she's always the one that's initiating the calls to Roberta. She's always encouraging, Garrick and Roberta to talk to one another. It doesn't sound like he needs much encouraging, because it seems like Garrick is already in love with Roberta, or he's falling in love with Roberta. And so she seems very supportive of this union between her husband and Roberta. So when the sister-in-law said, I wonder if Danielle is just going along with this to make Garrick happy, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with her necessarily. I think that Danielle probably has fooled herself into believing she wants this to happen. But then when the real deal Holyfield hits her in the face about the fact that your husband is falling in love with another woman and he wants to be with her and he is extremely attracted to her, that's when she starts getting into her feelings, and that's when she starts, getting all emotional and crying, and the jealousy creeps in. But I think for the most part, she tries to make herself believe that she wants this as much as Garrick does. So Samantha then questions if Roberta is just doing this for a green card, and is Roberta able to leave her sick mother and commit to a new life in the United States. I don't think Roberta's doing this for a green card. I think that there'd be a lot easier way to try to get a green card. If it, I mean, Roberta is an attractive woman. If all she really wanted was a man to help her get a green card, I think she could do this in a much easier way than trying to enter into a polygamous or polyamorous relationship. Okay, where you have to deal with a whole nother female. So I don't think it's for a green card. I think that she wants this lifestyle for whatever reason. She likes Garrick. She's, probably has feelings for Garrick. And yeah, I think that she wants to do this because she wants to do this. Because there's a lot easier ways. And if you want to find a man, you can find a man online or whatever website, dating website, international website to find someone that you can use just for a green card. And but is she committed? Can she leave her mom and be committed to life in the United States? Now that's the question. I don't know about that. I think that reason why she's dragging her feet about getting her documents together is because of her mother. I think that she's really worried about leaving her mom because her mother is ill. And can she commit to a new life in the United States? I think she could. I think she could, especially if she has the ability to travel to see her mom as much as she needs to. I think she can commit to a new life in the United States. So Garrick expresses to his sister and brother-in-law to his brother-in-law and his brother-in-law's wife, he says that he wants to have children right away with Roberta. And the brother-in-law, Danielle's brother, was like shocked. He was like, wait a minute, you want to have kids right away? Are you sure that you're ready for this? And I think the brother even said in his own confessional, he wondered how Garrick was going to take care of all of these people. I thought Garrick did pretty well for himself. I was surprised that the brother-in-law asked that, because Garrick owns his own, I think, construction company. They're building, this really big house from the ground up, plus another house for Danielle's parents on the same property. I thought Garrick did pretty okay for himself, where he could take care of, a big family. But as far as the thing about wanting to have a baby right away, I don't understand why Garrick is in a rush to do that. I just don't, I don't know about that. Danielle's brother is worried about, when Roberta does arrive, and if Roberta and Garrick do start having children, the brother is worried about his sister being pushed to the side. And I think that's a very realistic concern. Garrick is going to be so focused on his new wife and new children and all of this. Will Danielle still hold a special place in his heart? Will she still be a priority to him? I kind of think that she will, because, he has the two boys with her, and obviously he loves his children, and he loves, Danielle. They've been together for an extremely long time. So I don't think that she will be pushed to the side. I think there will be moments when he'll be more focused on Roberta. And this is where Danielle is going to have to really, dig her heels in and learn how to cope with that, that's what I'm worried about. I think Danielle, like I said before, and excuse me if I'm repeating myself, but I think that Danielle has fooled herself into believing that this is what she wants. But when Roberta moves in, if she ever does, because like I said in my previous review in the Foley family, this season, it is moving so damn slow. We're in episode 8. I don't know how many episodes there are in total, but episode 8, and no new wife has moved in. They are still dating. They are still courting. And I'm just like chomping at the bit for someone to move in, for these new lives, these new experiences to finally begin. But if Roberta does move in, and, Garrick starts spending time, it's just, I don't know. I don't understand how in the world these women are dealing with seeing their husbands being affectionate, being intimate with other women right in your face. I don't understand how they deal with it, especially for the ones who were with the man for a very long period of time, and then a new woman comes in. It's kind of one thing, if the guy knew that he wanted to be in a polyamorous type of relationship, and he gets his wives sort of kind of like all within the same amount of time, like back to back, back to back. Like how it's going to be with the Davis family. They're adding Danielle, and then they want to add someone else, right away. I think it's kind of different like that. But if you've been with a man and you've been in this established relationship for 10, 15 years, and it's just been the two of you, and then all of a sudden you're adding someone else, I think you can tell yourself, "Oh, this is fine. This is okay. This is what I really want. You know, I believe in this. This is my new life." I don't think that you can really control those feelings of jealousy. I think when that seed is planted, you cannot do anything about it. I think that the jealousy is going to definitely be there, and how they cope with it, how they deal with it, I don't know. And I think that's another reason why Danielle is so desperate to include a third wife, because she needs the distraction. She needs to be distracted from all the lovey-dovey emotional, all the connection, the falling in love, the little pet names for one another, the love making that's going to be going on between Garrick and Roberta. I think Danielle is seeking, she's like desperately seeking a distraction. And that's why she was like, you know, she just really needs another wife to hurry up and join them because she needs to be distracted. She talks about how another wife is needed for Roberta, for Roberta to deal with her jealousy. But I think it's really needed for Danielle. And so the brother and his wife, Sam and Samantha, you know, they're not agreeing with this at all. They're like, okay, we don't get this. This is not our thing, but you do you. And hopefully, you know, my sister doesn't get hurt in the process. It doesn't seem like Garrick will be the type to hurt her, but I can kind of see Garrick maybe like going in too deep with Roberta and possibly kind of forgetting about, or not consciously putting enough time and attention with Danielle, because when they were in Mexico, I felt like Garrick wanted Danielle to understand him and why he would want to spend so much time with Roberta, instead of Garrick trying to understand Danielle and why she would have these feelings of being left out or these feelings of jealousy. You know, Danielle was the one that had to get herself together, get her feelings in check, and be like supportive of this union that was developing between Garrick and Roberta. But Roberta, girlfriend, please do, if you really want to move, okay, if you're really serious about coming to the United States, girl, can you kind of speed it up a little bit, because I'm getting impatient. I need to see something happening. This is the one thing, this is the one family that I've been the most interested in, because I'm familiar with them, because I've watched them in the previous season and I'm watching their story develop. But it's like it came to a screeching halt this season with, you know, with all this immigration stuff. So Roberta, Garrick and Danielle are making it seem like your stuff is ready to go. Can you please do what you got to do? Turn in your documents, whatever the hell immigration needs. Go pick up your visa, girl. Get on this damn plane. Let's make something happen. My goodness. Anyways, that is my review. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. If you made it this far into my review, on your way out, please don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, please subscribe, and I will definitely talk to you later. Bye.